Hello and welcome to Most Haunted. This week I've brought you to Prideaux in Cornwall, to a place that's supposed to be haunted by many different ghosts, from a green lady to the ghost of a scullery boy, and even a phantom dog is said to roam the building. This place is incredibly active, and that's why I had to bring you to Prideaux Place.
Set against a backdrop of rugged coastline and with Bodmin Moor to the east, Prideaux Place remains to this day home to an ancient Cornish clan. Having lived here for over 470 years, the Prideaux family can claim William the Conqueror amongst their forefathers. The house has continually grown in size and stature and was used as a base for American servicemen in World War II. But don't expect this location to be camera shy, as its stately splendour has previously played host to television period dramas such as Coming Home, as well as Shakespearean comedies.
The Prideaux brooms have been here at Prideaux Place for something like 14 generations. They have been the squires of Prideaux. Here we have the most incredible stone-built house, which stands nearly on the site of Bodmin Priory, which of course means that there's been something here on this site, possibly since 800 AD, and there is still to this day an old Cornish Celtic cross still in the grounds. But as regards ghosts, it's not well documented. In fact, the amazing thing is that Mr. Prideaux Broom is a skeptic, whereas Mrs. Prideaux Broom is the lady that sees ghosts.
Here on the staircase, two female entities have been seen with regular occurrence, one dressed in grey and the other in green. But it's not just here that she haunts. And it's in this room that she showed herself so vividly to a workman that he fled the building in absolute terror, never to return.
He sensed this tremendous drop in temperature. He stated it was as if someone had opened a freezer door, and he couldn't wait to get out of the room.
And it's here in the Great Chamber that she's been seen many times.
It's strange because most places have grey ladies, white ladies, some of them blue, but most green ghosts, for some reason, are only seen in Scotland. And yet here we are, right down in Cornwall, and we're getting a green ghost.
Many people refuse to sleep in this, the park room, because of an oppressive presence. But more alarmingly is a dog that's seen growling at the foot of the bed.
And we know for a fact that there is a graveyard here, somewhere where the drive is. So whether we'll disturb anything, whether Derek or David will pick anything up tonight, we'll have to wait and see.
Joining us in Cornwall is parapsychologist Louis Sava, who, as a regular on Most Haunted Live, is now eagerly awaiting his first investigation with all of the crew.
Now, Louis, this is a first for you.
Sure.
You've done the Most Haunted Live programme, but you're here on the series. What sort of things are you going to be doing here tonight in this location?
Well, I'm really interested in getting hold of the thermal imaging camera and kind of backing up some of the things maybe that people are feeling. I know that people often feel the cold spots, so we'll see if we can get objective readings on whether the temperature really is dropping.
Now, one thing that I find interesting is you are actually scared of the dark.
I am, yeah.
Well, how does that work
I'm
then?
terrified of the dark. Well, I mean, I've seen things in the dark, and I was brought up in a house where, you know, my mother had seen ghosts and things like that, so I was brought up on ghost stories, and that's why I'm a parapsychologist. I'm here as an objective kind of scientist, but, you know, I'm going to get scared, and I have seen things on previous occasions where I've been scared, so I think it doesn't hurt for people to be scared.
Great, so I can actually watch you be scared.
Yeah, I can no doubt that you'll see me scared.
Well, you'll be useless, won't you, if I'm wandering around with you?
Well, you can't expect me to save you. I mean, the one thing I do know is nobody's been killed by a ghost as far as I'm aware, so I think we're pretty safe on that respect, but other than that, prepared to be scared.
Psychics Derek Okora and David Wells have joined us in Cornwall, each arriving separately and with no previous knowledge of our coastal retreat. 15 generations of history are embedded into its fabric, but would we encounter ancestral harmony or anger at Prideaux Place?
It's like if we were sitting on that beautiful sofa. Conditions to this window here are men and women looking in, but looking quite distressed, angered. That's the only feeling. Now here, on this side, it's like going around the room. There's an energy that tries to mask itself. He's the man who strung the man, hung the man from the stairwell. Him. He spends a lot of time in this area. I feel these here, the faces, are souls that he also had slain, but they weren't strung up.
Can you try and give us a name to who this not particularly nice character could be?
Later in the investigation, he will guide us to an area where this soul will be exposed.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is that ground floor or up? It's up.
Okay.
Upper level.
Do you want to go from here?
Can we?
Yeah.
Derek's brief visit to the drawing room had presented us with an unusual sensory perception, that of spiritual energies on the outside of the building, who he feels vigilantly observe events at the modern-day Prideaux place. What then could we expect from this building's upper levels?
Now, as we get to this here now, in front of me, I'm aware of a young woman walking the stairs up here. And she goes to the top of the stairs. Can we go up there now?
Yeah, sure.
And she's very distressed. She's up and down here, and it's like, at times she was holding her head. She's upset. Whatever this was that worried her, she toppled over here. She died.
When did this happen?
Oh, God. 1690, so going into 17. Yes.
Right.
She was what? She was how old? According to Sam, she was 19 of years. Okay. 19.
What was her connection?
She was carrying a baby.
Right.
She's carrying a baby. Mm-hmm. And the master did not want this to be brought out. But as we go further up here now, I'm aware of a man.
Okay.
Okay? And that evil
Yes, the man
vibration down there,
yeah.
he hung the man from here. He threw him over here. But that was a murder. So
Was
there's
that
a
at the same-
suicide here, and there's the murder here.
Was it at the same time, the same period of time?
I feel it must have been Eve. I'm not really sure now. I can't say yes for definite, but maybe there was a difference in time. But so there's two souls that are tormented here. He also can at times, and I feel he's done it, he's fiddled about with doors.
Right.
He's angered. He wants to get back at the person who'd done this to him. He's not been able to release it.
Okay.
Although aware of the female apparition that has been reported roaming along this landing corridor, we wanted to know more of the disruptive male presence whom Derek feels may contribute the mysterious bumps and bangs that are often heard. And with our camera switched to night vision, it appears that the park room also holds these same active energies.
I can't quite get his name. It's either Nick or Rick. Am I pronouncing this, Sam? Edels, yes. Nick Edels. Sounds like Nick.
Nick Edels.
It's like as if he's stopping people. He's highwayman. His energies. He's a highwayman. Would definitely be seen here, but I feel he'd move to the window.
Yeah.
Most definitely, like, I'll just retrace steps and stand like this.
Right.
So if someone was sleeping there, they could quite easily wake up and see the full manifestation of this man. His arm, his right arm, he's gone over and he's actually touched someone. He's touched. They saw him, touched. They would have got the fright of their life.
Right.
They would have run out.
Right.
There's a man here.
This is another
man, yes. He wants to take us into a room. It's a panelled room, panelled.
Right. Should we go there?
Can we go there,
yeah?
please? Take it off me.
Although his description of a tragic female figure does ring true, we weren't able to ascertain the part that Rick Edels may have played in Prideaux's past. But compelled to move through to the panelled room, we wondered why Derek had been summoned to this particular ground floor area.
It's him, isn't it? It's him.
It's him?
Him. That's the one. He passed over before the portrait was finished.
Right.
The hands. It's like I'm saying, it's not finished. My hands. Something to do with his hands. He walks round regularly. He comes in visitation.
Right.
Quite regular. And noises, audible sounds in this room, around the panelling, would definitely be heard. He's given me 1598 is important. With this family, he wasn't of age, but he comes back because of unfinished business. The painter couldn't do nothing about it, Sam, could he? No, but he's just annoyed, and that's what brings him back. He wants that painting finished.
Okay.
Revelations already appear prevalent in Cornwall, and as we were about to discover, our night at Prideaux Place would prove far from comfortable.
Push the door open. Come and show yourself to us all now.
Nestled high on a cliff face in the Cornish village of Prideaux, Prideaux Place is an ancestral home that appears to hold one or two dark secrets from those who now reside here. Earlier, Derek had felt that forlorn figures often gather outside the drawing room windows. And as we moved out into the lobby, he was to suddenly reveal which guise they may take.
And those miserable faces, those lost souls, they're the ones who at times manifest into a similar circle. It's not black magic, it's not witchcraft. This is lost souls that are grouped, and to the physical eye, people would think they were rabbits. And they're not. There's a large group of them.
So you're saying there's a large group of rabbits outside, but they're not really rabbits?
No, they're not rabbits. They're not rabbits.
Right.
They're lost souls.
It's very difficult because I know a lot of people at home will find that very hard to
I'm
believe.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying they will hear that and they will think that's just so bizarre.
Okay.
Because we've never heard anything like that on the programme.
No.
Anything is.
Well, I don't think we've ever been to a place where it's emitting to me as a medium so much differences.
Mm.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt. That's a kind of soul because it can manifest itself as an animal, can't it?
Oh, it can.
To the naked eye.
Yes, it can. Yeah.
And is that what that is?
That's exactly what's happening.
So does a theory that some souls may reappear in the guise of animals apply to this property? Already aware of the eclectic mixture of energies that Derek had sensed, we wondered if David Wells would touch on any of this historical upheaval.
I've got this huge pain in my chest. And I'm feeling someone falling, a man falling against this staircase and falling onto the stairs, and he's been stabbed, literally on this banister.
Was he connected to the family here?
He's using the word brother, and I'm assuming he means his brother has killed him. He's not Victorian, he looks more Elizabethan, or maybe just later than that, just slightly. I'm not big on history, so slightly later than Elizabethan. He's saying brother, using the word brother, and he's using also the word mother. Now, I'm trying to get the connection from him. It's about money, and it's not actually about honest money, dishonest money, and it's produced this hatred within the family, and this hatred of him. I think he seems to be more on the side of stopping what they're doing because there's no need for it. And there's agreed with the mother in particular and the brother who have been driving them to break the law. He's saying he's saying all the time, we're breaking the law, we're breaking the law.
I know, because normally if you get a name, you'll come out with a name.
Yeah.
I'm just pushing for a name because you know, there's a specific family here.
Right.
And, you know, if you can come out with a name, we can definitely look back and see.
The names that are coming to my head are Thomas and Rupert. There's Thomas and Rupert.
With the brothers.
Yeah. You know, I'm getting the woman now. I'm getting her here, and she's really arrogant. I can see why he wouldn't be too happy. She's a very arrogant lady. Again, she's presenting with absolutely everything she must have had in her jewellery box on, which is symbolising to me that she liked this. She liked this wealth. She liked the pretty things, you know, to a point where it overtook her.
Vain, then.
Yeah, very vain. And the brother is the same. The brother who killed him is almost the same.
Which one is that? Rupert or Thomas?
I think Thomas died, Rupert survived.
Okay.
I'm trying to get where the money comes from. And it seems to be the words they're using is other people's distress. I mean, that could mean anything. It could be robbery, it could be
But they
whatever.
definitely lived in this house. And you'd say just after the Elizabethan times.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that gives us enough to go on. Would you want to go up the stairs? Or do you want to,
Yeah, I'd like to try.
Okay.
The act of treachery that David had sensed could well relate to one of the Prideaux family's most notable tales. But what would he encounter in the park room, a bedroom that Derek had earlier associated with a highwayman?
Do you know, I have a feeling of... there's an ecclesiastical feeling about this room. I know it's set up like you say, it's like a children's bedroom almost. But I have a feeling of clergy around it.
A priestly figure, you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I sense more in this room. But again, he's very gentle. He's a very gentle man.
What's the matter?
Yeah. It's not anything nasty. It's
Well,
not
who have
anything
you just
horrible. This priest, it's him
You've just
who
seen
did
him.
it. Yeah.
Describe his face.
His face was very gentle. He's a bit jowly, you know, like a good dinner, I would have said. Dark-haired. I think he may be a monk because he's got the, you know,
bald bit
it looks
on
like
the
he's got a
top.
bald bit here and his hair's kind of brushed forward. Although he's not wearing like brown robes or anything. What he's wearing is actually quite rich. It's more Catholic than it is, you know, anything else.
So is he causing activity in this room?
I think he is causing activity in this room, but there's something else with this priest that's not. I think he's saying it's particularly if females sleep in this room, particularly females, he will. Do you know what he's doing? I mean, if you were lying in this bed and I was him in spirit, he would be beside the bed, and if you were sleeping, he would be like this. He would be right in your face.
Oh my God.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. So people might, you know, it's that kind of in the night, or waking up in the night feeling cold, or it could even be a...
Pulling of the bedclothes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
But it's like the walls are dripping with blood now. The longer you stay, the more the story gets. Like the walls are actually bleeding. You know, the walls are bleeding.
Why?
The symbology of that for me would say it's there's a murder involved. So it's saying this room has seen murder. You know, it's the room telling me that rather than him. If you like.
Do you think he's responsible for a murder? Is that what?
Or he's been murdered. He's given me images of great pain, huge pain from him, and torture.
To him?
Yeah, to him. It's like red hot pokers, and do you know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff where people were burning him
Oh
and
God,
tying
in
him
this
down.
room?
Either in this building somewhere, but because this is where he is, the essence, you know.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is interesting because it is such a beautiful place, and actually I don't feel the energy is that oppressive. I don't feel it's a horrendous place. It's not like a jail or it's like a torture. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite surprised at already twice we've got such skullduggery.
A strangely contrasting room with an apparent bloody past and an intimidating but revered ghostly figure who may haunt those who sleep here. And another spiritual insight awaited close by.
And do you think if we stayed in here, we would pick something up in this room?
I think we would pick something up in this room, and there's something about the picture on the wall as well outside.
What picture on the wall?
There's one as you come up the staircase. It's the very first one. I just want to
have a look.
touch it. I want to psychometrise it.
This one?
Yeah. I just want to do some psychometry on it. I just need to touch it, if that's okay. I'll touch the frame.
Why do you want to pick up on this particular painting?
This gentleman, I don't know who he is. There's nothing on here, which is a good thing. You know, nothing on here that tells me who he is. But this is a troubled soul, and also someone we might find walking here. Something about him, and I might get the story later. He's not done this family any favours.
I need a name, David. Try and get a first name with him.
Come on, give me a name. Obviously, I mean, I know the name of this house, therefore I can figure out probably the name of the family. You know, I want to say John. I hate saying it because it's just so, you know, everybody's a bloody John or a Thomas or, you know. But I want to say John and I want to say Prideaux, but it's like Rune or Grun, or it's like a Kuhn, like, you know, like a German name. And there's something he did that almost brought the family to its knees.
Do you want to go downstairs and see into that room where you mean? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'd like to look in there.
All right.
In a similar occurrence to Derek earlier on, David feels drawn to the panelled room. We head back downstairs in the hope of discovering more about the man called John.
So, in this room, this is where you felt the gentleman on the portrait. You thought this was where he wanted you to come.
Yeah.
And is he here now?
Yeah. He's at a desk. No, he's at a desk that's over in this corner. No, it's not here now. He's showing me a desk, but it is in that corner in his time. And he's got his head like this, and he's got lots of documents and paper around him, and he's got money. He's got big, you know, the big paper money. He's got money there as well. And my guide's putting the image of the scales of justice into my head, which is describing, therefore, a legal issue that is pushing him right to the brink. It's really pushing him to the edge. The pen is quivering over a document that if he signs it, he will sign away everything that they've worked hard for.
But he didn't sign it.
He didn't sign it, and I don't know why he didn't sign it. You know, in your mind's eye, you say, "What, did someone shoot him? Did they hang him? Did they, you know?" He didn't. They didn't do that. It's actually something to do with a woman. I think it's his wife, and it's the strength of the females in this family that's important. The females are the ones that made this family what it is, not the males. They may have stood at the front, but the real true powers in many families, I suppose, was the females in this family. It was her that prevented him. And it's almost like she's slapping him. You know, it's almost, I don't know, she may have physically done it, but she's slapping him, taking everything off him and just taking control and starting to run things her way because she's just had enough of it. So it's gambling debts, I think.
Right.
Murder, suicide and possible family disgrace. Our investigation was quickly gathering pace, but who would encounter the ghostly presence of those who haunt Prideaux Place?
It's such a loud...
Oh,
wasn't it?
God, yeah.
Prideaux Place was proving to be an extremely interesting investigation, and surrounded by family antiquities and centuries of tradition, it appears that some former residents may still remain. The first floor park room had already provided us with two contrasting spiritual energies, one of which Derek had identified as a highwayman called Rick Edels. Eager to discover more, Derek asked Carl, Stuart and Ian to join him in here for the first of the night's vigils.
There is a spirit person that's aware that we are now in the room. And I feel the energy at the moment is outside the door.
Rick Edels,
That's it.
if you are here, please try to show yourself to us.
Do you hear that behind the door?
Yeah.
He's behind there. He's there, Carl.
Rick Edels, come into this room. You were seen here earlier by Derek. You can't hurt us, and by what Derek says, you're not that kind of a person. You're a gentleman.
He's come in, he's by the wall. Right.
Okay.
His energy's there.
Can I go something to you, Derek?
Yeah.
Yes,
come on,
you
you
fuck a wuss, but
No.
I'm really not feeling very comfortable, so I'm really not.
What is it you want, Rick?
Rick, please don't be afraid of us. Don't harm any of us. But we're here out of absolute respect for you. We really are. We've travelled many hours and many miles to be here. Please.
He's going to behind Stuart there. He's standing by Stuart now.
I heard something.
Yes,
there.
he's standing there. He's standing
just
right
heard
behind Stuart.
something there then, yeah. There is,
Honestly,
I
he
can,
moved
yeah.
over. Yes, he moved over from there and he's standing right behind Stuart now. Do you hear that bang?
I heard that came from behind me.
Yeah. Again?
That was from behind there, that. There's all kinds of funny noises happening at the moment, isn't there?
Come in. Come in. Push the door open. I know you're on the other side of the door now. Push it open. Come on, you can do this. Go on, you speak to him.
Rick Eddowes. We know you're here. We've heard you. You've been in the room. Please, for us, open this door.
Did you hear that? It was very strong. He's trying. Come on, Rick. Show yourself, even if it's just head and shoulders. There it goes.
There you go.
There it was. There it goes.
There you go.
There it goes.
There you go.
There it was. He's moved then. He's moved from the other side of the door, further down. Maybe he's finding it easier, maybe he doesn't want to do. What have you just felt then?
Something's
Past you.
right here.
Maybe he's finding it easier, maybe he doesn't want to do. Maybe he's finding it easier, maybe he doesn't want to do.
I think I've just got a white light anomaly.
Come on then. Push it open. We're not afraid. We respect you. Please. Rick, if this is you now.
I
Thank you.
got
He is
that
there.
then on film.
Good.
That moving.
Rick, push the door open. Come and show yourself to us all now. He's behind it.
Get them.
He is behind it now. Rick, we beseech you to come in.
Be careful it doesn't open all right.
Yeah. Rick, if this is you now.
I
Thank you.
got
He is
that
there.
then on film.
Good.
That moving.
Rick, if this is you now.
I
Thank you.
got
He is
that
there.
then on film.
Good.
That moving.
This location regularly reports mystifying bumps and bangs in the dead of night. So eager to see if actual poltergeist activity can be recorded, one group headed outside, whilst David, Richard and Kath entered the Grenville room, an area that many associate with being watched.
If there's anyone here, could you please make a noise? Let us know that you're present. God, it's really dominant energy. I can see him practically sitting right there. I've never felt such forceful energies as they do in this house.
Terribly dark in here. The children that used to live here wouldn't come in here.
I can understand why, because he is so dominant. Children have this ability, obviously, to see because they, or to certainly feel if they can't see, because they have no clutter in their lives
No, exactly.
to take over. And it's a natural ability in all of us.
Yeah.
I just, I don't like the windows in this place at all, because constantly seems to be watching through those windows. There's a lot of activity outside the house. Don't you think there's a sense in here of always being watched?
Oh, yes. The only thing I would say, of course, about being watched, in my opinion, might be the fact that there are so many faces looking down on us.
He's so dominant, I can't begin to tell, he's making me feel sick.
And it's just one man.
Yeah. He's just such a big. The energy is so big. The energy is massive.
Have you got a name for him, David?
John.
John.
Does he look like an ordinary person to you?
Yeah, he's not light. He's not. He's not
No.
ghostly.
Does he come and go? Or I mean, does he appear in different places in the room?
No.
Was that
He's
you?
just here with
Oh,
that sigh, that very large sigh.
that wasn't me.
Oh,
Are you
my
joking?
God.
David, it was such a loud...
Oh,
Wasn't it?
God, yeah.
That was awful, and
But it didn't sound like you, though.
I mean, does he appear in different places in the room? I mean, does he appear in different places in the room? Hello, John? Are you here with us in this atmosphere now? Will you please make a signal or a sign?
With David adamant that he wasn't responsible for the sigh that Richard and Kath had heard, the source of this mysterious noise would for now remain unresolved. Was John responsible? The group decide to head into the park room in hope of an answer.
It was interesting what you had down there.
It was a moan. It was a...
It was a real deep sigh.
But it wasn't... I knew it wasn't you, David, because you were over there. It was next to us too, wasn't it? And that's what made me question, was that you?
So, tell me something, David, because I've heard quite a few recordings. Often people tend to record what appears to be a sigh. Is there a reason for that? I mean, why do we hear a... Why don't we hear a... grrr or you know, why a...
Well, people do hear whistling. I've heard of people who've heard paranormal, you know, they can't explain whistling.
Yeah.
I don't know, Richard, it's a good point. My spiritual training tells me, of course, that there are limits that we have to work within. And of course, if we all knew that life existed after death, it would change the world completely.
Yes, indeed.
Therefore, you know, whoever manipulates or manufactures or assists us in the universe isn't going to allow us to do that, because we're here to learn.
Shall we go forth into the wilderness and go to the front bedroom?
I think this is an interesting room. I think there's things could happen in this room.
Really?
Yeah, I feel it is quite active.
Still curiously questioning events downstairs, this room appeared lifeless. But having moved into a neighbouring area, this vigil was about to prove far from dead.
Must be such a house.
Hello? Hello? Oh, come on, let's get there.
What's that door there? There's 3 doors open, all of them are open. Look, there's...
Oh, God.
Oh, this isn't...
Oh, it's that one with the wind. It's the
It
wind.
wasn't windy, though.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
Oh, come on.
that's the wind.
What? Having it open, you can't close it?
If that's you, can you open and close the door again? Stop.
I don't like this.
That must be the
Now listen.
It wasn't windy when we was in there.
Listen to me, David. That door was not closed when we were in there. I couldn't close it. It was, as it is now, ajar. I think we need to go back.
No.
I do genuinely think we should go back in there, because I swear to you that...
I think it's the wind.
No, I don't see why it should be.
Don't get the... Get...
Oh, come off it. Look, it doesn't open again, does it? Oh, come off it. Oh, come off it. Come on, close the door. If you're such a clever spirit. Thank you. Oh, come on.
Could be the wind, Richard.
No, listen. I think we need to go back.
A harmless breeze or an invisible host? Had we been forewarned that Prideaux Place was about to play yet more tricks on the most haunted team?
Oh, what's wrong?
I don't like this. Someone just touched the back of my bloody neck.
Cornish coastal retreat was proving to be a hive of activity. But was it paranormal or simply innocent atmospheric conditions? Determined to conclusively prove either of these thoughts correct, David, Richard and Kath head back into the park room. But would an answer await them?
Now look, the door, David, was like that. David, the door, because look, did you not see? No, look, I swear, look, let me show you something.
Leave it slightly.
Yeah, but listen, what I did, I tried to close it like that, and I didn't do it, because that was sticking out, and then I was fiddling with that. Now that door, I swear to you.
Yeah, but leave it open so you don't know if you shut it on the way out, did you?
I didn't.
Right, leave it for a bit then, and we'll just stand here.
Look, there's no draft. Hey. Now look, something's happening. How or why is that doing that? Why didn't it do it when we were in here before? What are you doing, Mr. Spirit?
It could be a draft from downstairs. Might not be. Is that one of the phenomena in this room?
Don't know. Not that I know of.
An accidental error on his part meant that Richard suddenly experienced camera difficulties. A perfect opportunity, it now seems, for one of Derek's earlier premonitions to come true.
He's gone over and he's actually touched someone. They would have got the fright of their life.
The camera's buggered, but we need to find out whether it could be something you pushed accidentally or whether something has made that happen. Oh, what's wrong?
I don't like this. Someone just touched the back of my bloody neck.
Really? Well, the window's shut, so it can't be a...
Honestly. It's as if something went down my neck.
Really?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, hang on, I don't think we should go.
Kath, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling
Whoever's here in
pants.
this room, talk to us now. What?
What?
Oh, they touched my bottom.
You're joking.
No, you're joking.
Look, listen.
You're joking. Something touched your bum.
So do something else. Spirit that's here with us now, use your energy and open this door. Keep going. We know you can do it. You know you can do it. You have our energy as well. What?
What?
Right.
What is
happened? Shall we
What
go?
happened? What happened, Kath?
Right.
Something went hold of my hand.
Oh, you're joking.
Why wasn't near you and Richard was behind you?
No, it wasn't me.
No, Richard had his hands around my shoulders.
Right.
It was like a gentle touch. Ever do you feel like there's anybody in here?
Yeah, I can sense still the same male presence, but it seems very gentle to me. Although he's...
I mean, that wasn't. That was like somebody was running something over my hand. You know, very gentle, being very kind.
Yeah.
I looked down at first and looked.
Surrounded by breaths, bumps and bangs, we still could not be certain that all this activity was paranormal. So in one final bid to gain conclusive proof, we all gather back downstairs, hoping that the spirit called John would answer our call.
So you were in here and you heard this breath?
Come on, you're going to speak to us again, John. You're going to make contact with us again as you did before.
Orb. Good orb.
Please try to show yourself as a light anomaly. If that was you, that's just showing yourself in front of Yvette's camera, please try to show another one in the same place.
Do you sense anything in this room, David, now?
Yeah, he's still here.
John is.
Yeah.
John, are you bored with us being here? Do you find this comical? If you do, please give us a sign. Try and shout out, try and talk to us if you can. What was that?
Something was moved there.
It's like someone got off a seat.
Yeah.
There is a seat right here.
John, let us know you're here, if you can. Can you move one of the chairs for us, John? What was that? What? What the hell was that? That was that? No, it was not. I'll tell you what it was. I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was like the creaking of leather boots.
It sounded like that to me.
But he's here, isn't he? John, are you with us?
Of course he is.
He's very strong. Like I said, one of the strongest I've ever seen. He's, in fact, I would say as far as the strongest energy I've ever seen.
Is that because he wants to come forward and...
Who did that breathing then?
That was me, I breathed.
Okay.
Yeah, is he allowed to? That's a big question. Will the veil let...
What was that? Who was that? Was that you?
What? What?
That came from right in here.
I didn't hear it.
Somebody just breathed out.
I didn't hear anything.
I did.
What was it? Was it really?
But it was like it had a groan to it.
No, it was like a...
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't hear that.
No, I
didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. You didn't, Richard?
Yeah, is he allowed to? That's a big question. Will the veil let... Yeah, is he allowed to? That's a big question. Will the veil let...
What was that?
John, if you can, please, give us a sign. What was that? What was that?
Was that in here? That was another creak, wasn't it?
No,
That was in here, that was here.
It was a sound.
Sounds like a creak behind.
He's over there.
Sorry.
He's
Where
over
do you
there.
think it was?
Over there, past
I
you,
think it was,
Carl.
Yeah.
Like
behind
someone
me,
clearing
or
the throat or something.
Oh, it sounded like a bit of a squeak.
Yeah, it sounded like a squeak.
Oh, did it?
Like you said, leather boots.
Yeah.
Ah. John, there's a world on the floor. Can you see the world on the floor? If you can, please, could you try and move it in any way? Just to let us know that you're here? Is that where you are? Oh, wow. Fantastic light anomaly. Got some stuff. He's still here, isn't he?
Yeah, he is still here. You don't want to leave until we're full manifestation.
Whoa,
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? Squeaking of boots again.
That was right by the fireplace.
It was. John, you're here, aren't you, John?
Something. I haven't got a clue what I've caught. I've just either caught the best orb we've ever had in the history of this show.
Or?
Oh, I don't know what else it could be.
"24 hours on from our investigation, and still we remain unsure of just how much paranormal phenomena we were a party to at Prideaux Place. While some of the earlier occurrences provoked divided opinion, a series of startling sighs and repeated sensations of physical contact did appear to give genuine credence to this building's supernatural claims. But were we receiving replies from the afterlife, or were we, the entire Most Haunted team, merely the victims of a charming but ultimately creaking old house?
Well, Prideaux Place, I didn't think I was going to be as frightened as I actually was. David, it was such a loud... wasn't it? That was awful. I mean, there's no getting away from it. We definitely heard a sigh quite close to the fireplace, and we heard someone on the staircase. We went out of the room, and the door to the bedroom with the steps going up to it was opening and closing. It was moving on its own.
The difficulty interpreting this as paranormal is that we're dealing with a very old house, one that in changing temperatures would naturally creak and groan as the temperature dropped. If people hear those creaks and groans, they would naturally interpret them as the presence of a spirit. So we have to be slightly sceptical about that.
He wants that painting finished.
At one point, Derek picked up on a subject in a painting that supposedly moves around the building in an attempt to attract attention and try and get the painting finished. Unfortunately, Derek picked up on the wrong painting.
This is lost souls that are grouped, and to the physical eye, people would think they were rabbits.
This is the first that I've heard of departed souls actually manifesting themselves in the form of bunnies. It's the first time I've heard it, and hopefully it'll be the last time.
Our quest continues as Prideaux Place presents us with a tantalising taste of our ultimate aim. Does life exist after death? Until next time, sleep tight.